everybody. Welcome to Pop Takes. I am Johnny Gomez. Alongside me, as always, is Christian Campos.
Sup?
And Nick Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
And today we are going to talk about Dragon Ball and anime and Dragon Ball and anime. So take it away.
All right. So, little listener insight. So, we sent Christian home with homework last week, and he hadn't seen the two movies into Dragon Ball Super.
No, I saw Battle of the Gods.
Oh, you saw Battle of the Gods. Okay,
Yes.
so you went to watch Resurrection F.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
It was not good.
Yeah.
It was really, really bad.
So,
It started off hot. Like, I loved it from the start. I was like, cool. Like, they're bringing Frieza back. This is cool. It had the bad guys from Dragon Ball. Pilaf?
yeah.
Pilaf? Yeah. His dog and the girl. And I was like, this is great. I like this. And then nothing happened. Like, it was the most one-sided fight in Dragon Ball history, I feel like. Like, Frieza came back, and then Goku showed up, and it's like, all right, you're dead
Yeah.
now. That was it.
Well, I personally have some problems with Super in general.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing I feel is
So can you
that-
tell me real quick how, because I've seen Battle of the Gods. Now, how do the two movies tie into Super?
So the movies pick up right after they beat Frieza. I'm sorry, the series picks up right after they beat Frieza.
Got it. Okay.
So then it kicks in at the end of Battle of the Gods, right? He mentioned the whole universe thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the plan all along. So the Frieza one just felt rushed.
Yeah,
So
100%.
that way, it felt like they were just, the main goal was, okay, we need to bring everyone up to speed with what their power levels are right now. That's
As
why
in,
they
like,
That's
the
why
main
they
characters?
let everyone. That's why
Yeah.
they let everyone fight in that movie.
Okay.
Everyone fought so that way you could kind of get in your mind where everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into Super, you'll see why. Everyone has a part, and they needed to like catch up onto that.
Got it.
Granted, needing to catch everyone up, like it made things like feel rushed.
Yeah, 100%.
It was hugely rushed.
Yeah. I mean, Battle of the Gods was good. Like, it didn't feel rushed. It felt good. It was good.
Yeah.
Everything was
I
good.
didn't like it.
What didn't you like about it?
I just feel like it was anticlimactic. And I know that people would say it's on purpose, but I just don't like it.
So much of it
I'll keep
is-
saying this, though. Like, that could be the point, and you could still dislike it, which is
Sure.
totally fair.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that way. I felt like it did what it needed to do. I felt
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I felt like there was a good like up and down to that.
hmm
I liked it.
I just don't understand what legitimately happened. And my problem with Super is the same thing. Like, I just don't understand. I don't like Super Saiyan Blue. Straight up, I do not like it. I think I think it's silly. I don't think that it was done right. I feel like the transformation in that movie doesn't make any sense. Like, it didn't have any longevity to it. It was just like a stepping stone for Super Saiyan Blue. And then I thought, like, the way you pitched it to me, which made a lot of sense, is okay, Super Saiyan Blue is going to be like how Super Saiyan 1 was for the Android saga.
You mean
Yeah,
Frieza or what?
yeah,
do you-
no.
what do you mean?
So the thing, like I was saying, they bring everyone up to speed, and this is the power level. Like they get you at
Oh,
like,
because in the Android saga, everybody was Super Saiyan, and everybody was like
Yes.
at
Or
that
trying to
bar.
attain it.
yeah,
They're
and
at
there
that
was
bar.
right,
Yeah.
and there was everything was that there's a bar set, and the next character to push the bar gets like a spotlight.
Yeah.
That's how the blue is supposed to work.
Okay.
The blue sets up for everything else. So like, they have to find a way with blue to defeat that. The reason they did that and set like a minimum bar is because they can't just keep giving. This is Super Saiyan 3, this is Super Saiyan 4, this
Yeah.
is Super Saiyan 5, right?
It just kept going.
They hold the blue form for a long time in Super.
That's fair.
Like way far. Like they
Does it
just
go
hold the
farther
blue.
than that in Super?
There's minor tweaks to it, but I would say no.
Okay.
I would say truthfully, no.
Okay.
There's just different ways
Yeah.
that they function.
Got
they
it.
combine it with other previous forms they've done.
Okay. Like
But-
fusions or what?
There are fusions.
I think specifically, I don't think this is spoiling anything, but you're referring to Kaioken Super Saiyan
yeah,
Blue?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
That's like what I thought you meant, but I haven't seen it.
yeah.
That's
Well,
interesting
then
that
there's
they
other
did
things
that.
too, like they don't transform, but they upgrade power. You know, like Vegeta in one situation he's in Super Saiyan Blue, he gets destroyed. They go back, and he trains in the hyperbolic time chamber. He comes out and it's a huge upgrade.
Okay, like
And-
for no actual reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
they just it's just minor things like that. Like they just want to make it more focused, a little bit more like dialogue based instead of like
instead of just transforming constantly.
yeah, instead of like this giant pyramid of fucking forms that do this and this power level's weaker than this and a super Namekian and this is the prime that a human can be and like it's just a bunch of BS. Like they're just giving us the characters, new villains, and stories.
Okay,
don't know,
that's
man.
pretty good.
I got in a conversation with my coworker Quincy about
Shout out Quincy.
Shout out Quincy at Facebook about Dragon Ball GT. And now that the dust is kind of settled on Super, I know I might be like shooting all the way towards a different conversation really bad right now. But I'm just saying that. All right,
What
you're
are
giving
you
me
gonna-
stink
yeah,
face
I'm-
already.
I'm
Don't
not-
tell me that GT
No.
is better than Super.
I didn't
Yeah.
say that
All right,
yet.
say what you're gonna say.
Yet, but I'm just saying that I don't think GT is that much worse than Super.
You're tripping.
No way, dude.
No.
There's like 30
Haven't you even
episodes.
seen
I get
Super?
I get why people don't like GT is because there's 30 episodes, some odd, maybe 50. How long is that series? Like what? 70 episodes?
No, hold up. I have the whole thing on DVD. Go watch it and tell me how soon before you quit watching it.
No, see exactly. So
Well, I
so
quit watching Super.
That was my deal with GT.
But
is-
how far did you get into Super? You
like
have a
70 episodes.
Okay, you're not gonna get through 5 in Dragon Ball.
Exactly.
GT.
So like when I started GT, I was excited. I was like, cool, like a new Dragon Ball. This is great.
Yeah.
And immediately, like literally immediately, I stopped watching week to week. I would check in like every once in a while, but it was just like
It's trash.
I was just like, what's
so
going
trash.
Baby
on?
Saga is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Omega
some,
Shenron is sick.
Yeah, but
But
see,
you're tripping. You're talking about 5 episodes.
Super Saiyan 4
exactly.
is sick.
You're just
and
naming off-
the fact that they retcon Super Saiyan 4, I feel is a travesty.
You're naming off 4 episodes though. And if they
Well,
if
that
they
doesn't-
didn't retcon Super Saiyan 4,
There's
then what
so
would
much
happen is
filler
they
in
have
Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z is one of the best anime series of all time.
The filler in GT is like they go to a village and there's a giant moose that they have to save from like the moose people. or
exactly, and
something.
that's
It is
and that's what I
weird,
kept
dog.
saying. That's
It
what I
is
kept
bad.
saying when I'd watch GT week by week. I'd be like, what does this contribute to anything? The biggest thing that I always think about with Dragon Ball Z is that even the filler is good.
No.
Goku getting his driver's license.
No.
Go-
Gohan being chased by a dinosaur for 3 episodes of Piccolo while he has to cut his tail off. I'm good off that.
It was
man.
enjoyable.
No way,
There's
dude.
there's
It-
there's
it was-
mentionable
it was filler.
No, there's mentionable good
Filler is
and-
filler.
No,
mean, there's
no.
mentionable
Because the thing is,
filler.
if I could watch an episode of Goku getting his driver's license, after 30 minutes of that, I'm like, that was good. I liked
bet,
that.
I bet there's filler you don't know about.
Okay, so all right, I'll boomerang this real fast. Like that's fine. You know, there is some filler that I feel like makes sense. Like when Goku and Gohan are fighting with each other to make sure that they stay at Super Saiyan the whole time, or egging each
Yeah.
other on, and so like, and he's breaking the glass.
That was
and, like,
barely filler though.
But that was cool.
Barely filler.
And because there was justifications for the actual narrative, like
Right.
that were going to be resolved
Well, I feel
later.
like that's the joke everybody has with Dragon Ball Z. It's like Goku just trying to go Super Saiyan for 3 episodes,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
this like 3 episodes.
the
of,
light bulb joke.
Yeah,
So many Dragon
There's
Ball
an
Z characters
episode
to-
before
yeah.
Vegeta and Nappa get to Earth, and they crash land on like an alien bug planet, and they let themselves be taken prisoner, and this whole like conflict happens on this planet, and then they break out and like they kill the king, and then the people are like, oh, thank you, you know, it was like this dictator ruler, and then they just dip. They're like, screw you guys, and just blow up the planet and leave.
Did you
Like,
say before Vegeta and Nappa get to Earth?
Yes, this
I don't remember that.
dude.
at
I was
all.
that's what I was saying. I bet
I
there's
don't
filler
remember
in
that.
I don't
Dude, it's
remember
an actual
that at
filler
all.
episode, and it's actually not bad. Like it's not
Exactly,
It's
that's
not
what I'm
great. It's not
saying.
good.
But that's like comic booky. I'm cool with that. Like if you're gonna
That's
make
what
like
I've been
There's
saying.
some of that around.
That's what
See,
I've been
but that's
saying.
like Gaiden, though. That's
no,
like
no,
side story.
But what I've been saying is like Dragon Ball Z filler is like comic book stuff, while Dragon Ball GT filler is just like this is
There's
so
no-
left field. This is so pointless. It was just it's not good.
There's pick out filler that you can pull from Z and Super that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that with any filler.
Yeah.
See,
okay,
the-
you have a point.
It's weird to say it's the canon in GT, which that's weird to say, but it's good. Like Baby Saga is good. The Omega Shenron saga is good. But what else is good?
Like Super
that's it.
17 wasn't terrible, only because to start that one, they open up the gates of like hell,
Yeah.
and all the people come back,
Mm-hmm.
and then Goku gets sucked into it, and Frieza and Cell
Yeah.
are there, and he gets to fight them. That's pretty sick, but it's there's hit or miss episodes in that
Yeah.
for sure.
So did you guys start with Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball
Z for sure.
Z.
You
Yeah.
started with Z. You guys did not watch Dragon Ball as a kid,
Nope.
I did watch it as a kid.
like actually, or just like it was.
So they
there?
started rerunning it after they got through most of Z on like Toonami and
Mm.
stuff, and I would watch that because it came on before Z, I think.
Okay, so you actually saw like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I've
entirely before you even knew it. You even watched Dragon Ball.
yes.
Okay, so
I've been through a lot of Dragon Ball. I can't say for certain. I know everything that happens, but I can't say for certain that I've seen everything.
that's where I'm at. I'm not a huge fan of it. To me, it was just like I get it. It was super kiddie and fun, but I just didn't like it.
And a lot of people who are in the Dragon Ball camp, like who really like it for different reasons. than
Well,
Dragon
see-
Ball Z.
And so the reason I asked is because like I had no idea what Dragon Ball Z was, but I remember being a kid and like walking into a room, like living room, and my older brother was watching Dragon Ball, and I'm just like, what is this? And then years later, my older cousin was watching Dragon Ball Z, and like he showed me that and like got me into it, and like I didn't make the connection that they were like the same thing forever.
Right. It's strange.
And
It
then-
doesn't. Here's the thing. What I always I've read into it, and I haven't found like concrete like wording for it. I've always wanted to know if Z was planned from the start.
Yeah.
Because the segue from like him being like the child with the tail
Mhm.
and an alien, and that's why he's so much stronger than everyone else.
Mhm.
Like, was that from the start? Because apparently, it started writing while Dragon Ball was still happening.
Mm-hmm.
But how far back
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
to be seen. Like if that's true, that's sick.
Yeah.
Like if he had the plans of Z.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
that'd be insane.
Because
So good.
I know that like basically all the folklore that he stopped after he wanted it to end after Cell Saga. And
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
So was he making that up as he went? Because I mean, he's a creative freaking
No,
genius.
it's just he gets demands. It's like any writer, and you have to like squeeze it out at that point, and that's why, there are some things that are a little odd, like in so what made Boo Saga so good is because in Z, you start with Vegeta Saga
Mm-hmm.
and Goku's Time to Shine,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like he did the come up, right? Frieza Saga comes up.
It was Krillin's time to shine.
But so then again,
wait,
it became-
funny thing. So I was watching Resurrection F yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, and my girlfriend was there. She was watching it with me, and like she's never seen Dragon Ball Z, anything before, and so she's just watching this like completely, like no idea what's going on. And she says, she's like, I really don't like Frieza's tail. Like it really bugs me. And I'm just like, oh, you would love Dragon Ball Z. You would love the Frieza saga then, because
Oh
they
my
cut that thing
God.
right off.
Yeah. It bothers me when it's just a nub.
Ew.
I just like
yeah.
he has the nub for like a bunch of episodes. You just stare at it.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
So, are you gonna continue into Super?
Probably. Like
So the
it
next
opened
one
up
is
like
great.
it opened up like a little like nostalgia.
So I can give you a
thing in my
synopsis
head.
without ruining anything, just like a 2-sentence synopsis.
Yeah.
So from here on,
Mm-hmm.
Beerus
Mm-hmm.
runs a turn. Beerus doesn't run it. The other person of another universe,
Mm-hmm.
they run a tournament between him and Beerus.
Oh, the person who's stronger than Beerus that he brings up in Battle of the Gods, you mean?
No.
No?
There's another universe with
Mhm.
another god of destruction.
Is that what he brings up in Battle of the Gods, or am I tripping?
Yes and no. He mentions that there's other universes in Battle of the Gods.
Mhm.
So in the end of Battle of the Gods, he mentions the universes, and then what happens after that is you get to meet one of the gods of the other universe.
Mhm.
Him and Beerus run a tournament where
Mhm.
Beerus pulls his team of 5 from his universe
Mhm.
and puts him up against that guy's team of 5 from his universe.
Got it.
So like their strongest.
So it's like the other world
fighters.
tournament, but like way cooler.
Exactly. It's the other.
I hope
world tournament
PyCon
way
is
cooler.
there.
No,
Yeah, dude, I get in like
That's
side
filler.
conversations.
that's filler.
all
But it's good
the
filler.
That's
time.
filler. You just said you didn't like Z filler. PyCon is filler.
Well,
Boom.
Yeah, he's right. And see, that's the
Boom.
thing is,
All right,
it's
okay.
good filler. It's all good
All right.
filler.
That's fair. And actually, as you were talking, I realized that Beerus is like a huge reason why Super's good. I'm just being honest.
Did you watch it in English or Japanese?
Dude, okay, I will never watch Dragon Ball anything in Japanese.
Why?
Okay, good call.
Because Grandma Goku.
Grandma Goku.
Dude,
so,
That's
like,
the worst thing
I don't
ever.
know what the deal is, man.
I don't understand.
There are people that are like super elitist about it, and it's to me, it's like
It's just it's
I'm gonna be
it's so
complete-
silly.
it's as simple as this. Like they like it because it's the way it was made, and the
Mm-hmm.
emotions are coming out. Like they're coinciding with the writers a lot.
Yeah, but
more.
here's my thing.
Well,
Before you finish, because I know
yeah.
what you're gonna say, but here's the thing. Like, there's some really good American dubbed anime
yeah.
that are like really like emotional and like it's there, but Dragon Ball Z has to be in like it has to be like number one.
Well,
or at least top 3. Like,
Yeah.
The
like
voice
when,
actors are just much
really
more
good.
talented.
Yeah, like
plain and simple, they're just much more
whenever something
talented.
deep happened in Dragon Ball Z, like you felt it, like it was like emotional.
Yeah.
They did a good job, and so to me, that's like not viable. Like you can't watch the Japanese dub because it's like emotional and like the actors are like translating that. It's like no, like it's just
Yeah.
bad.
Beerus in English is good, dude.
Yeah, I
That
like
was
it.
Really,
Hell
really
good.
good.
I like it. I there's everything about it is good in English.
Sean Schemmel is not making it easy to like him anymore, though, because his Goku
You don't
Black
know
is
about
so
you know about
bad.
Goku Black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the whole thing with that character is it's a possessed evil Goku.
Mm-hmm.
He does the regular base form,
Mm-hmm.
like in an angry, like evil, like pissed off voice.
Okay.
When he transforms into the Super Saiyan Rose, which is the pink hair,
Yeah.
he gets a British accent,
Wow.
and the people were like, "You suck! Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he said some stuff like, "Oh," he made some kind of comment, like interview or tweet or something. He was like, "Well, we don't take like feedback from fans. Like, we work to like we're like artists,
really?
kind of thing." And we're like,
Interesting.
"Well, all right, thanks. Nice how you feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
fuck
interesting.
you too. Yeah, thanks."
We pay your salary, okay?
Yeah, I mean, not even like
If it wasn't
that.
for the fans, you would have nothing.
Not even that deep. Like, that's just a pretentious ass thing to say. Like,
It really
that's
is.
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
whack.
I hate it. It's like it's the same concept as somebody saying like, "I'll have your job. I want to speak to your manager." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so at this point, it seems like all of us are pretty much just Dragon Ball Z is the one.
It's yeah.
It's the one.
It's
Easily.
timeless.
Yeah. Okay.
it's Japanese Superman.
What's your interesting?
What about?
yeah, but
let's talk real quick, because you could go on a lot for this. What
Oh,
about
yeah.
games, dude?
yeah. Okay, I wanted to bring that up later, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down to go games now.
Yeah. What Dragon Ball games
Budokai
are
3.
like hitting you?
Budokai 3 was
There's a
sick.
lot, dude.
I
There's
played
a lot of
time.
no. So
I had a lot of
so
time with
crazy
that.
thing. So I found a YouTube video the other day, and it said it was just Dragon Ball games throughout the ages, and it started from the
Mm-hmm.
very first Dragon Ball game,
Yeah, it's Atari.
and it was just like holy shit, like
Mhm.
this has been around a long time.
Yeah.
Like these games have
Or
transformed.
wait, I'm tripping. It's not Atari.
It was something
Someone's
like
gonna
that.
rip me for saying that. It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
but
Nintendo or like
it's
like
super old.
Family computer. That's what it was.
And it was just like seeing the games transform to like ultimately to like Dragon Ball Fighters.
there's-
it's
dude,
just
there's-
like it's nuts.
There's small ones like you could like think of, like Budokai 3. Like yeah,
that's
the shit.
the one.
But dude, Legacy of Goku. And the
I was
Game
gonna
Boy-
bring it
I
up
was gonna
next.
bring that
Yep,
up.
yep.
I was
So
waiting.
good.
I was
So
waiting
good.
for that.
So good.
so good.
Oh man,
I
the second
mean,
one though.
I think even the bad fighting games were good. I liked Tenkaichi.
Dude, there's sleeper ones too. There's one on the DS called Attack of the Saiyans, and it's
Wasn't that like a Legacy of Goku kind of one?
no,
No,
It was
how did that
just
one
a
play?
flat out turn based like Final Fantasy style RPG.
Oh, wow.
And it takes place from the end of Dragon Ball against Piccolo up to Vegeta, and you get
Wow.
you get like Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, and Goku on your teams, and like Tien has like a sacrifice ability where he like drains his health. It's literally just Final Fantasy style RPG.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's damn good. It's like there's sleeper hits like that.
Yeah, they did Dragon Ball Sagas, where it's like the like beat 'em up kind of game.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that game's trash.
It was not good,
That
but
game's
it was
bad.
but it was a really cool like point of view on it. Like, because they haven't done that before. It was like
Yeah.
co-op, and you fly around, and you beat people up. Like, it was pretty cool. But it was the buggiest game ever.
Oh, dude, there's some bad ones
Yeah,
too.
there's some very bad.
You ever played that
Dragon
one
Ball
on
Z games.
PlayStation?
Which one?
Final Bout. It's GT on the
Oh.
front.
Yeah,
my-
yeah. With
Wait
like
a minute,
20,
so-
like the 22.
No, you're thinking of Ultimate Battle 22,
Yeah.
where they're like, it looks like South Park animation.
Yeah,
I
that one was
remember
bad.
there
That one was
was,
very
towards the end of elementary school when Dragon Ball Z was getting really popular and it was on Toonami and you couldn't wait to get home from school to see the next episode because it was on pretty much every day. Like I remember that because that was when we first started really having the internet like in your
Yeah.
daily life. I remember looking up like I was starving for Dragon Ball Z games and like that was the only one was Final Bout.
Which
and
one
it
was Final
looked
Bout?
Awful.
It
It was on PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 1.
Okay.
And it didn't make it to America
Yeah.
until Budokai had already came out.
Okay.
Or is this... No, I'm sorry. Final Bout had been out. Then Budokai came out.
Okay.
Then Ultimate Battle 22 came out, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm almost certain.
'Cause I
And that
remember-
was real
I
confusing because
remember-
people bought that like, oh, new Dragon Ball game, and you just got done playing Budokai, and you're like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
Yeah,
this?
it's pretty
and
bad.
the worst thing about like the worst thing about like Dragon Ball Z, and I had the same thing with like Naruto also, but like it was the issue that like the Japanese version was so far ahead, and so like you can like open up like a magazine or something, and
Yeah,
you
be
have
confused.
You're like, what the fuck is what is
Yeah,
this? And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like just like the different translations. Like I remember being so confused between like Hercule and Mr. Satan. I was
Yeah,
like, is
yeah,
there
yeah.
a new guy that looks like
Yeah.
Hercule? Like there was just so many like different things. And same with like Ultimate Battle 22 that came out because at the time for us we just got Budokai 1. And we were at like where Budokai 1 was.
Yeah.
But in Ultimate Battle 22 it was GT, wasn't it?
No.
No. It was
Final
Boo.
Bout was GT.
No,
that
yeah.
one was Boo, yes.
Yeah, so you had like the fusions, you had Boo, and you're like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Because we didn't get that far yet.
Yeah.
So it was just like that was always like a struggle.
Um,
Is like keeping up with content or like aligning the content
Right,
where it
right.
goes.
No, there's... Well, you got to talk, too, of course. I mean, the Messiah just came out, too, of Dragon Ball games.
Budokai?
No, Fighters.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you
yeah.
mean currently? I thought you
Yes.
meant like
No,
yeah.
no.
The greatest.
No, it's... That,
Yeah.
That's literally... The
And
crazy
Johnny,
thing is...
you've been playing fighters.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a minute, but yeah, I mean, I
Did you
if I-
play a lot of Dragon Ball games?
Yeah,
Or-
I had.
okay. Which ones did you like? Did you like the fighting games or did you?
I played a lot of Budokai.
Yeah.
Every single one.
That game, I feel like the Budokai games are universal. Like
Yeah.
you could bring it over to anybody's house and everybody's having fun with it.
I remember
They're
we
just
would...
not that
Dude,
good.
I remember we would...
Come on.
You had
It was good.
Tenkaichi, the first one.
Yeah.
Tenkaichi 3 was really good.
Well,
Let's
we
be
had you
real.
had the first one, and me and you would do is we would get like the two androids and fight like a computer Trunks.
Yeah.
Or like it was just like fucking, you just wanted to immerse yourself in that.
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
You
We
didn't care
would
what you
we
were
would
doing.
create like our own stories. Like we would be
Nice.
like, all right, well, I'm like I don't know, like I don't know.
No,
would,
we usually just did like what the normal story was.
I think
'Cause you couldn't
Tenkaichi-
create
No, we
characters or
went some
anything.
real fan fiction, freaking Twilight, Harry Potter. you know?
Tenkaichi
I was,
was super
10,
good
I was
for
shooting
that.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
because
well,
it was
there's,
Yeah, because it's a huge world.
huge world. You
Yeah.
fly around and like it was actually like the fights.
Did either of you touch Xenoverse?
I
I
haven't.
hated the first one.
You hated
I
it?
thought it was fucking terrible.
Why?
I got it buy one get one free at Target. I got Borderlands 2 and I got Xenoverse. And I got home super excited. Popped in Xenoverse, made my guy, played like 2 fights, and I was like, "What? Like what's going on?
It's not okay.
It's not very good."
It's not the fights. It's not supposed to be a good fighting game.
Yeah.
What was
It's
the one I
Dragon
made you
Ball.
buy?
It's
There's-
Oh, we'll get into that.
There's another one. There's another one that I
What
can't
was the one
remember.
that made you buy?
So that it's supposed to be like Destiny Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Because, dude, when you got into the point of like you did like the raids, I had like weekly raids and stuff. Not so much 1, but when 2 came out, they had like raids.
Oh,
in it.
this is sorry. Xenoverse wasn't the worst thing, but I didn't like it. The one that absolutely
Ultimate
sucked
Tenkaichi.
was Burst Limit.
Oh, that was.
Every single thing in that game was like a cutscene where you had to like press the buttons.
No. You're
Burst
talking
Limit?
about Ultimate Tenkaichi. Burst Limit plays just like Budokai 1 and the PSP games. I know what you're thinking of. We
Dude,
were just getting
I'm
into
so
that.
confused now.
Let me take you back to
Oh
a
my
time.
gosh.
Let me look that
Me
one
and
up.
Johnny were
Wait a minute.
So me and
wait,
Johnny
pause.
were working.
Before you
No,
tell
no,
the
no,
story.
no, no, no.
Does he like it?
No, he
Is
just
that
said
what
he
he's
hates it.
saying?
He just
No,
said
I
he
fucking
hates it.
hated that
Okay,
one.
good.
So, take you back to a time. Me and Johnny both worked at Walmart.
Yeah, you're right. It was this one. This
Yeah.
one fucking sucked.
Dude, me and Johnny worked at Walmart, and I went to this guy just walks up to me. He goes, "Hey, I bought this game. You should play with me." And it was that game.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Okay, I guess so." We walked over to the electronics, and I bought it.
I don't remember
And
that.
we brought it home and played it for like.
An hour.
I played it for 1 full day.
So this
I-
isn't.
I
a
honestly-
And I was like, honestly, what
Yeah.
the
I'm
Yeah.
just being honest.
crazy
Hey,
bad.
The worst
This
game
is an
ever.
apocryphal story, and I actually have my own telling of it in my version of the story. So this is just like any other story. There's multiple versions all around. Like my version of the story is Nick made me buy it, but we can't remember. Nor,
don't know,
nor can we test the veracity of these claims.
Ultimate Tenkaichi seems like a game that you would buy first.
Oh, a game I would buy.
yeah, 100%.
Oh, really?
100%. Yeah.
Oh my!
100%.
I know that's not true because at that time I didn't buy like you look up the 4 titles that came out before that game, and I didn't buy any of them.
Yeah, 'cause
I was
there's, like,
just,
burst-
I was
burst
checked
limit.
out. I
Well-
was checked out of Dragon Ball games at that moment.
They were not good.
After that one, Xenoverse came out, and I was back in. I was like, okay, Dragon Ball games might be good again.
I suppose that's the strength of our show. I mean, Christian likes everything that everybody likes, and Nick, you hate everything everybody likes, and I have bad taste.
Yeah, that's about it.
There
Yeah.
we go.
I wouldn't
There
say I like everything that everybody likes.
I meant you like everything that everybody hates.
Yeah, that's more appropriate.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm sorry.
100%.
Yeah, it was
Alright,
one of those mathematical things where you have to do like a 1-0
Yeah,
switch.
All right, so we talk games, movies. Did you guys like any of them really stick out to you? The only movie I really like, Dragon Ball Z wise, was the Janemba one.
That one's good.
That one's all right.
It was pretty fucking good.
I'm
But
trying
it's
to
like
remember
there's
which-
there's like,
Broly?
Broly's
yeah,
it's cool, but
yeah. There's just so many bad ones.
What's
Like
his
the
name? Paragus?
Tree of Life or whatever. The Dead
Tree of Might is
Tree of
great.
That's a great movie.
Dead Zone. Like
Tree of
there's
Might is
so
so good.
many.
Garlic
And
Jr.?
So many
That's
did.
not a.
The one where
Oh,
you-
the Dead Zone. That's
Dead
the
Zone.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
So many did absolutely nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There's one that's like, oh, this is the one. Like, I'm trying to remember which one. it
History
is.
of Trunks.
That was
That
was,
one's great, but they don't consider that. So
Yeah,
like
that's
Bardock
a special.
and the History of Trunks are specials. They're not
exactly.
movies.
But yes, that was number one. That was the best one ever.
Yeah.
By far.
I'm surprised we're agreeing on so many things today.
Dude.
This is weird.
I remember on my like birthday
Maybe
party.
maybe
when I was, like,
Dragon Ball is
12.
just like super black and white.
It's
just
like you said,
Yeah.
dude. It's eternal. Like everyone loves it.
How many
Yeah.
VHS tapes do you have? Because like I had
Not
a
a
birthday
lot.
party when
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't
12,
get
and I
a lot
made
of those.
everybody watch it.
I
I,
had-
don't
I
care
had-
if they liked it or not.
I had one, and it was the one where Boo eats
You just- I
somebody.
I just had a funny memory. I bought the strategy guide for Budokai 2, and it came with like a demo CD from Funimation, and it had one episode of Yu Yu Hakusho,
I love
one
it.
episode of Dragon Ball GT, and then one episode of like some other anime. And I watched each of those episodes maybe 1,000 times.
This is all the anime you had.
Yeah.
Remember Sunko's video? Do you remember that one? Like it was like Southland Mall.
I never went to
All
that.
right, I don't know. It went out of business pretty quick. Cause
Sounds like it
VHS
would.
Yeah. Well, regardless, hey, you laugh now, but when all we had was androids and Cell, I came back to school after summer with all these tapes from Japan. You know what I mean? And like I knew about Boo. I knew about.
Oh, you know what?
Gracie.
I actually do remember this place.
That's what I'm saying,
do
dog.
remember this
and you got a
place
bunch
now.
of uncut videos.
Because I had one friend who he was into like the same anime that I was, but like him and like his cousins would watch like the Japanese versions like way ahead of me. So like when I was like just getting into Naruto, he was like, "Oh, just wait." And like same with Dragon Ball Z, like he had all this like insider information about like what's gonna happen, and he would just bring it all over to my house, and I was like, "Dude, what's going on?"
Yeah, dude.
And he took me there once, and that's where I'd like open the magazines, and I'm like, "What is this?" I'm
You
like,
had a couple of those, man. There
What?
was a couple playground sages
going
that
to,
knew
like,
about
some-
stuff. That,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's like going to an
like,
alien library. Like there's
Yeah.
all this info and data.
it's
Like,
like,
what is all this?
I will tell you what will happen. And you know,
Yeah,
like
dude,
these
it's
freaking
crazy.
people.
but
Where
so-
would you put Dragon Ball on a top 5 anime?
for anime? So it's not my favorite, but it's just like I acknowledge it as like the greatest anime of all
Yeah.
time.
Would it be in the 3s?
Yeah,
It'd be
Yeah.
easy.
easy.
Like
Easily.
it's not my favorite. If not, it's top 5. But it's just like it's the best. Like I think it's what made it big in the West. It's what made anime big in the West.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I completely agree. I think that it totally bridged the gap. I mean, besides the only exposure to anime I had was Sailor Moon. I'm just being real.
Well, and it's massive now.
Yeah.
I went a couple months ago to Safeway to get a gift card for somebody's birthday. Next to the gift cards was a Google Play shop with the Dragon Ball app advertised on the front of it. It was a Dragon Ball Apple Store gift card or
Wow.
a Play Store gift card.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's crazy.
yeah, dude, if I was a kid, like back, there
Oh,
was
dude.
no Dragon Ball anywhere when I was
Never.
a kid. It wasn't
Yeah.
anywhere. You had to go to places like you were mentioning.
yeah,
Yeah.
flea markets and like things.
Oh yeah, flea markets were like the holy land
Yeah,
of like
yeah,
Dragon Ball
yeah.
toys.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I was in the Bahamas, like in the Caribbean somewhere. I don't remember. And I remember I picked up a figurine and it was Majin Buu. I was like, "What is this? Gross,
Yeah.
like weird freaking. What is this?
Yeah, or like the first time you see Vegeta and he has the M on his forehead.
Yeah, you're
And-
like, what?
and you're
That's-
not there yet in the show, and you're just like, all right, what's gonna happen? What is this
Yeah.
M?
This is strange. Like
Yeah.
this is some
Dude,
stuff.
So what's your
happening.
guys' favorite saga? I guess we're back on the show. So
Yeah.
what's your guys' favorite saga of the show?
So I was gonna say, so the Boo, like I was saying, the Boo saga, like in it, what differentiates from the other sagas is Frieza saga, it's Goku comes up. Cell saga, Gohan comes up. Like
Yeah.
somebody steps up and puts everyone on their shoulders and wins.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. How
And
those go.
Gohan was the ultimate, like, whoa, that happened.
Yeah. But in Boo, everyone
Everybody.
gets a shot.
Literally everybody. Yeah.
Everyone gets a shot. Goku gets down with Super Saiyan 3. The kids fuse. Gohan comes back.
Great
crazy
Saiyaman.
Strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did come up with Great Saiyaman.
Vegeta gets his no, Ultimate Gohan.
I thought it was a joke.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what's worse than Great Saiyaman, though?
I was just agreeing.
You know what's worse than Great Saiyaman? And I decided this yesterday? Gohan wearing the green tracksuit.
Dude, just
That
watching
was so
Gohan in
bad.
high school was sick, though.
No.
Yeah, dude, it was sick because it's basically they're superheroes, basically,
No.
and it was like watching him like balance his life.
When he
and
played
being-
baseball?
How's this guy?
Dude,
gonna
of course,
How's
it's
this
sick.
guy gonna open the show saying he hates his E filler, and then he's like, "Gohan in high school."
Yeah, that's
I know,
true.
yeah. You just have to think about it. Like, again, Gohan playing baseball, and you're like, yo, that was sick.
Well,
but it's like,
that's different though, because I was actually invested in the characters, and it's the same argument behind why I liked it when they were like staying Super Saiyan and trying to like, you know what I mean, like work on their breathing or whatever. Like that seems like a petty, you know, silly filler. But it's like at that point, and the reason why I would agree with you and say Majin Buu is my favorite saga is because I was so
I
invested
didn't
at
say
that
Boo was
point.
my favorite saga.
You alluded to that.
No,
I thought that's what you were going to say.
no.
All right, so what is your favorite?
I was gonna say that's why a lot. It's generally one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, because
but-
so much happens.
Yeah. But I have.
You can
to
sum up the other
say,
sagas pretty easily.
I have to say Cell.
Really?
Yeah.
Android and Cell or just Cell? Because they break that up. It's like the Android. And I feel like that makes it, if you say Android and Cell, it's just as eventful as like Majin Buu. Because during the Majin
I
Buu
would
saga,
say Cell.
just
still.
Cell. Like
Yeah.
just the tournament.
The thing, so like the one big points I would pull from the Android saga is Piccolo.
Trunks, that's all you need.
Well, Trunks' show up. Trunks showing up.
Yeah.
Piccolo catching up with the Super Saiyans.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the two big ones right there, I guess. Like
Trunks
those
just showing
moments
up
are
and
great.
destroying Frieza. Like,
Yeah.
That was amazing.
But
Yeah, it was
everyone
amazing.
everyone has a great fight. Like there are some bad fights you can point out. Like Gotenks versus Boo was obnoxious. It was awful.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't
It
say
was-
awful, but obnoxious
It
is
was
the perfect
obnoxious.
word
It was
for it.
So obnoxious.
But that's his character.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. But it was like
Yeah. But it didn't make it enjoyable.
it did it for like 30 episodes. But
Do everything for 30
Go
episodes.
Gotenks is the coolest and worst
Obnoxious, like me.
character of all time. Yeah, so you're the coolest and worst character of all time. Congratulations.
I wouldn't take it that far, buddy. I was just saying obnoxious.
It's just cool because he shows up. He's like a kid. He's Super Saiyan 3, but then he's just doing stupid volleyball moves. And
yeah, it's pretty
My
whack.
wife sat through it and she was like, I can't get through this kid. She's like, I hate this kid already. I hate him. Like,
Yeah.
She's like, fuck this kid. I want to, like, we tried to get through it as
But
quick as
when-
possible.
Trunks showed up though to fight Frieza.
Yeah.
and we had just seen Goku like go through this huge ordeal to become a Super
just because
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
And then Trunks shows up and he's already a Super Saiyan. You're like, who are
Mm-hmm.
you? Like, still one of the most memorable moments by
Oh, yeah.
far. So good. Yeah, I mean, Cell is probably the most memorable per se.
Yeah. It's like,
There's no bad fights. There's like I was saying when we got talking about Gotenks. There's bad fights in a lot of these sagas. Like Frieza versus, Vegeta versus the Ginyu Force is like obnoxious. Goku versus the Ginyu Force is bad.
Goku
No,
versus.
I liked it.
Come
Like, when he's
on.
fighting Jason.
Gohan and Krilla versus like Gohan
Krilla.
and what did I say? Dude?
Krilla.
Gohan and Krillin versus Frieza's form in like second, third.
Yeah.
was trash.
Yeah, all those forms that Frieza has before.
those are
the
bad
final-
fights. But
Yeah.
in Cell, in
Well,
the
it
Cell
builds the
saga-
tension though.
But okay, let me compare it to Cell. Trunks versus Cell, Vegeta versus Cell, 16 versus Cell.
My only thing though
16
is
come
that
out of nowhere and he
both-
just slams the dude into the ground.
If you wanted to make the argument that the Cell saga uses some of the same tropes, but it refines them and makes them better, then that's
Yeah.
that's like that,
Sure.
there's substance to that argument. But because it does the same thing, like they go through multiple transformations. Cell goes through multiple transformations. He fights, Super Saiyan, ascended Super Saiyan Trunks, like, and he's all bulky, and like they're struggling.
yeah.
There's so much character development in Cell.
And yeah,
I would argue
you're-
more than any of them.
I agree because just
Because
thinking about it, like
Vegeta's an Earthling now.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And-
Trunks is from the future. He has to cope with his father and meet him, and like this is weird. It's uncomfortable. Even the scenes with them is uncomfortable for the viewer. Even that's perfectly done.
And that specific fight of Ascended Super Saiyan Trunks fighting Cell, and like Vegeta is like toying with him, and he's like, "My son is going to deal with you," you know, like all that. Like that was sick though. He was like, and that, you know, his hubris is why, you know, and Cell gets away. He's like, he ultimately lets him go and transform to his perfect form, and then he comes back and kicks their asses.
even dude, obviously, I mean, Goku changes at that point too.
That
Gohan obviously changes. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much to take from
a lot.
that.
Yeah.
Even though Boo is my favorite saga, you could pick out a lot of bad points in that.
There's a lot of status quo with that story, though. Like, we already saw Goku with the kind of mindset, like, I have to pass the mantle on of Earth's protector. Mm-hmm. When he, like, they
When he
asked
gave it to
him,
Gohan.
they asked him, like, yeah, when he pretty much handed it over to Gohan, that was, like, something new, and it was like, oh, fuck yeah, right?
Yeah.
But,
Well, I think
in Boo,
the biggest issue with Dragon Ball Z is also what let them keep it going. It's just that anybody can just get wished back. And it took out a lot of the emotion for it, because it's like, at any of the 17 times where Krillin dies, you're just like, he'll be back. You
Yeah.
know? And it's like,
that's why they had to make those characters not matter.
yeah.
But,
Wait, did
They-
you
they
say
meant-
did you say Krillin doesn't matter?
no, they had, yeah, I mean...
There's a million jokes I can make. That
But
Honestly,
so
yeah.
going into
Appropriate.
Super,
Mm-hmm.
you get into some of those sagas, and they come up with ways to write into the story where Dragon Ball's ain't gonna do nothing. So there's definitely some moments that
and the
are
fact
great
that
in
they
there.
made Goku dead for forever, like they were ideally.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that whole like passing on? They asked him when Gotenks fuses. They ask him like, "Oh, can the boy, Mr. Popo, I think, asked him." He goes, or Piccolo. No, Piccolo asked him. He goes, "Do you think the boys can beat Boo?" And he's like, "Honestly, I don't know." And he's like, "Well, how did you feel when you were fighting him in Super Saiyan 3?" And he's like, "I might have been able to beat him myself." And he's like, "What are you talking about? Why didn't you beat him then?" He goes, "It's not my place. I'm dead."
Yeah.
And
I don't
that's-
remember
to
this.
me, yeah, he says it. And to me,
Piccolo
dude,
says
that's
this?
Piccolo and Goku are talking, and they say
Mhm.
this. And to me, that's like the writer looking at it, like the way he wanted to end it in Cell. Goku's supposed to be gone. The mantle's supposed to be passed on.
To go
But he
on,
goes,
yeah.
oh, you know, he gets mashed with writers and directors going, we're making too much money. You're going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, like, that was heavily into that.
I
Like,
will
Goku is
say-
supposed to pass the mantle on, and he's, like, forcibly back again. And the
Yeah.
writer wrote it in a way that feels still
Well,
organic to
the
the
Boo,
main message.
the Boo saga was a lot slower than the other ones, and I think that's also why.
Yeah, I would say that it's like really epic though, but there's two separate works of art in the finales of both of those sagas, because the fight with Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the Land of the Kais is amazing. That is such a good fight.
Yeah.
But like, you can't beat the tension and the drama though of the
Of
father
Cell?
son. Yeah, the father son Kamehameha. At the
You know
end.
what sucked though? And it's like, I recently went back and rewatched it. The very last episode of Dragon Ball Z is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
When-
It's
with
the,
Oob?
With Oob. And they just fly away, and that's it.
Did Oob come back in GT?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It was terrible.
And that was just like the
Like-
reincarnation of.
of Boo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
weird. As a
if you,
human.
so if you don't remember, in the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, they enter the tournament. There's some mysterious kid called Oob.
Mustache Vegeta.
Yeah.
Mustache Vegeta.
All your arguments you brought up in the beginning, you're killing yourself.
What are
You're
you talking
making
about?
GT look like crap, and you're making the filler look good.
This is Dragon Ball Z we're talking about, dog. This is the last episode of Dragon Ball Z. Does Mustache Vegeta come back in GT? I didn't praise GT for Mustache Vegeta.
You're tripping. Mustache Vegeta isn't even in Z.
Yes, he is on the very last episode of
You're
Dragon Ball Z.
wrong.
Wait, no, yeah.
No
You're
way,
wrong.
dude. I could have sworn
no,
Mustache
yeah, no,
Vegeta.
it
wrong.
is GT.
You're
It
The
is
wrong.
very,
GT.
is it the first episode?
Yeah,
You're
because
completely wrong.
in the last episode of Dragon
I'm
Ball
pretty
Z,
sure because Pan is already born at the
Put
last episode.
$1,000
I just
on it?
watched it.
I'll put $1,000.
Well, his hair is shorter and he looks
no,
weird.
he's exactly the same.
No,
He's
it's
wearing
exactly
a leather
the same.
jacket.
Yeah. So anyway, so in the last episode,
I don't think so.
This guy's tripping.
Come on, dude. So in the last episode of Z, anyway, so Oob shows up,
I'm going with my
mysterious
gut.
kid, and they're fighting, and in the middle of the fight, he's just like, "I need to train you," and they fly away, and everybody's like, "Goku, where are you going?" And then it just cuts to black. Dragon Ball Z is over, and it's like that is the worst ending of all time.
Yeah, it's confusing. It was
sucks.
not a good ending of Z.
The Dragon Ball GT ending was infinitely better.
It was, but it wasn't. It wasn't much different.
It was exactly what he wanted with Dragon Ball Z. He passed the torch on to his grandkids now. It was Goku's grandkid and Vegeta's grandkid fighting in the tournament as
Yeah,
kids.
but that's not really valid because passing the torch on after he just had to save all of them. Like, how the hell are they gonna pass? They suck. Cell Saga made sense.
It did make
leaving
sense.
it to you, son.
It did make sense, but it's still better than Oob.
Yeah.
Just all
Dude, you can see, you know what's great is you can see countless like writing stuff like little Easter eggs of the creator wanting to pass the mantle on. Like he's trying to get it away from Goku, but he can't because it makes so much money. Like
yeah.
when Gohan comes back and he's dressed like his father, there's a moment where he goes to fight Boo. And Boo takes the exact same stance as Vegeta, and Gohan takes the exact same stance as Goku on that scene where they're standing on the rock, like when they first meet each other. The idea is exactly that. Is that whole
Is the same when
that
Goku
whole
and Vegeta met.
Yeah, but that whole like episode run is supposed to be like how he envisioned the show, like totally like Gohan looking that way, being that like arrogant and like he's not the little high school kid and like Videl. He just shows up as Ultimate Gohan, and he's like, all right, let's do this. Like he goes, no, I'm not gonna fight you.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
I
kill
recognize-
you. I got no problems. Like he's just supposed to be an arrogant, strongest in the universe, not a care in the world. Like seasoned, like been fighting. Like when he was,
Yeah, going from killing
He was
Cell to high school Gohan was
yeah,
not good.
Well, like think
It was
about it,
not
dude.
good.
Like,
I don't know
when
how you
Goku-
liked this.
What are you talking about?
You said you liked high school Gohan.
I enjoyed it
How?
because I liked the Golden Fighter and like all that.
Great Saiyan Man, you liked that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know about Great Saiyan, man. I liked the Golden Fighter thing. That was cool. I just because I mean I don't know. They make there's a whole market of people that they make like that's the reason why Twilight's popular is because of freaking vampire.
Oh, you like
paranormal-
Twilight?
No, I don't.
Are you
I'm
sure?
just saying.
You're making it sound like you.
I'm assessing.
All right, yeah, so we're
Dog-
segueing into Twilight.
Yeah, let's have a whole episode about Twilight.
I've never seen one of the movies.
I was
Not
dragged
even
by. Okay, so you weren't dragged to like some really bad movies by ex-girlfriends or anything?
My
No,
wife
not
picked
Twilight.
the worst movie ever one time. She went to take us to go see the Paranormal Activity where it was like based in Mexico.
That one sucked. If you said
The
any
first
of the
one
other
was-
ones, and it wasn't based in Mexico, they were just Mexicans. It was based
Was
in
it?
like
I don't remember.
It was like
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it was based in L.A.
Oh, okay.
And they were
no,
just
you know what it was? It
Mexicans.
was all like it was real based on like the Catholic like
Exactly.
like the saints. Type
Yeah,
sh-
super
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, that kind of
Not
stuff.
good.
Like Virgin Mary like crying on the picture kind of shit. I'm like,
Not
what is
good.
this?
Yeah,
not
I
good.
don't
What
know.
is this garbage?
That's definitely
okay.
marketed.
We just segued into Paranormal Activity. We can't.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Yeah, what was that? Anyway.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Okay, look,
where
I
were we?
recognize that Mustache Vegeta is a GT. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. Did you look it up?
I,
You
have,
were looking
I
it
guess
up,
my
didn't you?
memory. This just shows you how bad human memory is. Like as good as.
Hey man,
you
it was
can
a
think.
long time ago.
It was also a long day. However, Mustache Vegeta is pretty bad, but there are bright spots in GT. There are bright spots. Things
What
that they
are-
shouldn't have got rid of. Super Saiyan 4 is way better than Blue, and that's the only point that I was trying to.
Oh
make
yeah,
sense.
100%.
Is it?
100%.
Easily,
100%.
by far, it might be the best
110%.
form they've ever created
Not
besides the
even
original Super Saiyan.
You wouldn't even slightly say it might not be better. Like
No, it's
No.
no, it's
1000%.
It's better.
It's way cooler. Yeah.
Way better,
Yeah.
easily, hands
It's
down.
completely out of a different.
Nope.
It doesn't even look like the same show.
It felt perfect. It felt like the true
What do you
form
mean
of a
it feels
Saiyan.
perfect? It's not. It doesn't look like anything like any of the
It
other.
did
the
feel perfect.
final merge of the Ozaru freaking great ape and the humanoid
Yeah,
Saiyan.
it was really cool.
Uzaru
It
has
was the
been
tr-
done since.
Okay,
forever.
but guess what?
There's no sign
It
of Uzaru
felt right.
anywhere.
It felt like this is the purest form of Saiyan, like of Super Saiyan.
That's
that there
what
is.
I got out of it too.
Yeah.
But I also haven't watched Super, so I don't know if there's like a cool reason
But, like
for God.
I wouldn't.
but
I'm not writing it off as being better, but I think like saying that it's undoubtedly 1,000% better than Blue is
2,000%.
kind of.
Oh, I think it's,
It's just so
easily better.
cool. It's
Super
just
Saiyan
like
Blue is not that good.
it was a form of Super Saiyan that you could only like a pure Saiyan that still has his tail intact can achieve.
Yeah,
And that's sick.
100%.
That's
and the
sick.
red fur, and he looks sick and evil, or like he has like natural.
Because the ape was never cool to me.
yeah.
It was never cool. Like
It was kind of cool. It was like the Hulk.
I guess it was just never cool. But the fact that like that's like a key part of like Saiyans, like I don't know how to word this. Like it's just a key part of being a Saiyan is when the moon shows up, you turn into the ape.
Right.
Well, that's what Frieza used them for.
But it wasn't cool to me. But then the idea of like taking that and putting it into like a Super Saiyan kind of thing, it was like okay, this is very
that's
cool.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like I liked this. But then like Vegeta like getting his tail back and stuff was kind of convoluted.
Yeah. Well,
It was just cool because like they completely found it like pretty much by accident because Goku happened to be a kid again, happened to have his tail, and boom, he becomes Super Saiyan 4.
mm-hmm.
And I liked that.
It was sick.
I mean, all that like
I feel like he tried to
all
marry
those
the two
ridiculous
fan
men of,
bases.
like training and like just struggling and like Power and Vegeta like crying on a meteor and all these people trying, and then it just comes down to you got to have a tail. That's whack.
I guess.
Whack.
I feel like Akira Toriyama really tried to marry the two camps, the Dragon Ball camp and the Dragon Ball Z camp, by like making a shonen, but making
He didn't do any.
You
of
know-
that.
you know
That
what I
was
want?
out of his
the creative
hands at that.
decision of making Kid Goku.
You know what I wasn't a fan
That
of?
wasn't his. I'm almost certain that was some other people.
Really?
He pretty much did like the art, and he was like an advisor, and he like oversaw the project
For
He was-
GT?
Yeah, he had hardly anything to do with it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's like a well-known thing.
I didn't know
But I
that.
remember, I think Nick, you tweeted it like a while ago when Super was like just starting out, and how they totally pulled like you said like they Star Wars'd Super Saiyans or something.
What do you mean?
Like
Or-
like it was like you. He said like you can only go Super Saiyan if you have like a certain like gene in you or something.
Oh, so there was an interview
And
where
I-
there's something called like G cells or something like that.
Yeah.
And the reason they had to do this is because a new universe gets introduced in the saga
Mm-hmm.
or in Super, and a new universe with new Saiyans.
Mm.
They don't know how to turn Super Saiyan. They meet Goku and Vegeta. They learn. They take it back to their planet, and it's like simple for them.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, "What is this crap? This is stupid, right?" Well, the writer came out and said that there's something called G cells.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that all of these, like, for example, Trunks and Goten
Mm-hmm.
at kids were able to turn Super Saiyan. When Saiyans are happier and they're on cleaner, like easier environments like Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and like when they're happier and they're more in tune with like emotion and they're not rabid like evil.
like how they used to be.
Yeah, they're not evil.
on
evil
Planet
rabid
Vegeta because they were just
soldiers.
soldiers,
Yeah,
and that's
when they're not like that, that's the key to unlocking Super Saiyan. That's what
Huh.
they were saying. But like,
it's not.
it's
very
a
cool.
cop out for bad writing because your planet of Saiyans.
Yeah.
It's just a cop out. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
Yeah.
But here, that's
He-
why they
he did,
shut off.
He did a good job at making it why Goku could be a
Right.
Saiyan because Goku is the happy
Right.
Saiyan and he was been on Earth
But
and it just makes sense.
So
but-
they abruptly, like very abruptly, cut off Super.
oh really?
Super ends at a very confusing moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost certain because the cash is rolling in. They're looking at all the mistakes they've made in Super. They're looking at the quality of Super,
Mm-hmm.
and they're saying, we need to do better or this money's not going to sustain.
So neither of you guys really liked Super then.
I don't hate it,
Okay, but you weren't.
but
had-
I'm not satisfied.
It's good.
do you think? Do you
it's
think
good.
what's the new one coming out? Dragon Ball Heroes?
Okay, so that's just fan service.
Is that what that is?
It's fan service.
Do you think it's gonna be like another?
You want me to give you
GT?
the synopsis of the starting?
Is there already like a
yeah,
story?
there's something out already.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So Trunks gets captured by this new character.
Where does this take place time wise?
in-
They haven't said or.
it through time and space. So this guy he's from the demon realm where Deborah is. He
Oh,
can
what a character!
He can
Deborah.
travel. Yeah.
I loved Deborah.
Spits on people and they turn to stone.
So this character can travel through time and space in different universes, and he holds like it's like Gladiator with Russell Crowe, right? He just gathers like fighters and just like enslaves them and makes them fight for like entertainment.
This has GT written all over it.
So
Like
he
that's
gathers-
all I'm
so he-
picturing. I
so
was
he-
just
he
this sounds like GT filler.
So he captures Trunks,
Okay.
and Trunks somehow gets the message back to Goku and Vegeta,
Mm-hmm.
and then Goku and Vegeta show up. Well, meanwhile, like the guy already knew or something like that, and he pretty much prepared like a bunch of fights for Goku and Vegeta from like he pulled like people from other universes.
Mm-hmm.
The main poster is Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Like
Oh,
it's
wow,
two Gokus
yeah.
from different universes fighting each other, and this guy is just like sitting there watching, and eventually he's the main protagonist.
That
And there's
sucks.
like apparently too with Trunks in
Mm-hmm.
captivity is also cooler in captivity, and they make a friendship to like break out. It's a
What
fan
the
service.
fuck is
Dude, it's
this?
fan service?
it's
It
like
is.
some fan fiction Twilight, dude.
It's
like
That's what
fan-
that sounds like. Yeah,
it's-
That's what I'm saying.
terrible.
So there, yeah, but like there might be some hype fights, but
Probably.
don't expect much out of it.
I'm definitely
not
not.
expecting much out of it. It could be great. I could be wrong.
So where do you think Dragon Ball's going from here?
They're definitely developing something bigger.
You
And
think
they're
so?
Definitely.
You think Heroes is just there to make some money for
Dude,
what they
coming-
have next?
Dude, coming up, the next Olympics are in Japan.
Mhm.
they're using Goku, Naruto, and One Piece as like advertisements all over the country for the like the main like ceremony is gonna have like a statue of Goku and stuff. Like, this is real stuff.
Wow.
Like
That's hype.
They're making so much money, so they're just gonna get higher in production value. Super was not massive in production value. It cost a lot because like the guys that are involved with Super, like, oh yeah, I'm an ex-writer for Z, like I have a higher price tag.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
that's kind of where a lot of the money went, but they need to refigure this out because
Yeah.
Super's not as high production as it should be.
It's good. Just thinking about Beerus alone, that character I feel like makes Super. I
Really,
feel
just Beerus alone.
Beerus alone is a great addition. Just the adding.
He stops mattering real quick.
He does. But it's kind of cool because like we never really see how he becomes kind of like this kind of weird set piece character where you're like you said, he doesn't really fight or do anything.
You're not. There's no surpassing him.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he just becomes, and it that helps that whole like I was saying, like Super Saiyan Blue is the new base form, and it's just small pushes past that. That's they want to set hard barriers so that way it's not it's the longevity of going Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4. There's not much in that.
Right.
So they need to
I
make
agree.
a new.
I
they
just
need
don't like how it looks.
Well, they make a new baseline in Blue, and then they make a new ceiling with Beerus, and they just play the show in between those two.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing with Super, and what they did the whole series with Super. By the end, things might be a little different. There might be higher ceiling. There might be no ceiling. You have to watch and see. But that's pretty much what you're looking forward to. Once the lid blows off the top of that, it ends.
Wow.
So that's
Logically,
super,
that all
that's
makes
super
sense
for you.
That all makes sense. It's all sound logic, like for those decisions. But in general, I don't know. Super Saiyan 4 is still better than Blue,
Oh, 100%.
easily.
100%.
Yeah.
So okay, I mentioned putting Dragon Ball in a ranking. What else is on the ranking?
Like
What's number one? Is there a hard number one?
In it, like my top
Yeah,
5
yeah,
anime,
yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho. All
Yeah,
day.
number
Really?
one?
Number
Yeah.
one?
It's a good one. I
I think it's
started
great.
rewatching that. It's
It's
really
good.
good.
Really good.
Two?
Probably Naruto.
I can't watch that show.
So good.
That show's for masochists. Who can sit through that much episodes? One Piece, Bleach, they're all for masochists.
Yeah,
That's
no.
torture to watch that many episodes.
Naruto is great.
Well, see, so Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, I have two very different opinions on. When I started rewatching Naruto like 2 years ago, like I got reintroduced to it and I was binging it like crazy, nonstop. Couldn't get me to stop watching that show. It was great. There's like 200 episodes, which isn't terrible. Like that's not a huge number considering like the last 50 are filler that you don't even have to watch,
Yeah.
or 80. So
Yeah.
really, it's like 120 episodes, which is totally fine in my opinion. And then you get to Shippuden, which is 500 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. What is that?
But
I haven't
40,
touched it.
40% filler, so you can skip a good chunk of it. But then it's just like even like the canon stuff, it was just like really slow at times and just not good.
Are you watching Boruto?
No, I didn't even
No
finish
interest
Shippuden.
to-
I heard it's
Oh.
bad.
Yeah.
You heard it's bad?
I mean,
I
my
haven't
brother
watched
watches it, and
Yeah.
like his friends and stuff. They're into it. but
I've heard mixed things. I want to watch My Hero Academia.
Dude, you haven't
that
watched
show
it yet?
is great.
Well, see, no, I haven't. So what made me want to watch that show, and this could come back to our Dragon Ball talk, is like I was listening to another podcast, and what they said, they were like, people our age, like 25, 26, 27, like we had Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And then the people who are a couple years younger than us, they had Naruto. And that's like their big anime. And then the people who are a little bit younger than them now have My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, like if you're choosing that instead of like even throwing One Piece on there or something like that, like this has to be a good
No,
show.
it's so good. It is great.
It's original.
It
feels good.
It's great. It's really good.
And it hits you with all the quality feels that you would expect out of a Dragon Ball Z or like.
Well,
you
and
know
there's
what I mean?
real like okay, so it's the premise is it's superheroes like and it's like Naruto. They're in like an academy, right?
Yeah.
But they don't just give you the stupid usual like super strength, super speed, superpowers. They come out with it, dude. Like they come out with they make
real creative.
It's real creative. Character development. I'm only 2.5 seasons in. There's already so much character development.
Really?
Like huge amounts of character
How long
development.
are the seasons?
20 episodes, 15
Oh, that's
episodes.
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, and it's on Hulu.
Perfect.
I don't know if you have a Hulu account, but
You can
it's on there.
fly.
I have my
through 'em, too.
girlfriend's.
You'll fly through them.
Yeah.
You're hooked on episode
It's
2.
it's great.
I
You're
gotta
hooked on
check it
episode
out.
2. It's one of those.
So what was your number 4 and number 5 then?
Number 4 has to be FLCL.
Good
Sure, a
choice.
little quick one. I
I
love
haven't
it.
watched that.
It's super good. Story makes very little sense. It's heavily revolving around like a lot of music elements, which is really cool. Just like the season 2, it's called FLCL Progressive.
Yeah.
Third season's FLCL Alternative. So they try to tie in like some music stuff
They
in
do
there.
I
genres.
haven't
based
seen
on-
it
That's
yet.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's really
what?
cool. And like the characters use like guitars as weapons.
Yeah, sick.
It's like there's a
Is
lot
it
of-
as good though? Because
What,
I haven't
the new
touched
season?
it. Yeah.
I haven't seen the last 2 episodes
Okay.
because I haven't been home when they've been airing, but it's good.
Okay.
It feels right at home, honestly.
All right. And then
Um,
5.
my top 5, my number 5. Oh, probably Full Metal Alchemist.
Good.
Not Brotherhood.
Whoa.
Not Brotherhood.
But Brotherhood. Oh man, I don't know about that, dude. Because I don't like how I love the stuff with father in Brotherhood, and like I love seeing like the stuff that was in like the ancient times, like how like the phylactery and all that, and like am I spoiling it?
I
don't
haven't
know.
even seen it.
No, I've gotten through a good amount of it. It's not one I've rewatched.
I was
Well,
just like, I
really lost
started
when I
it.
talk about
I
it.
started it. I got a couple episodes in, and I was just like, I would just rather watch Full Metal Alchemist again.
I don't know, dude. It's so Brotherhood. The animation's better. It's just it does start like in medias res or whatever, so it just starts like already things are happening. Whereas I feel like they hold your hand a little bit more with the first
A
one.
little bit, yeah.
But I don't like how the old lady replaces the character of father at the end of the first one. But Brotherhood is really, really good. And I mean, I studied history in college, so it's like I'm just really that alone, that small little those flashbacks where
Yeah.
they're in like Xerxes or whatever, like
Right.
that alone.
Where like, bro, it's like real.
I
real
love
world
that.
events.
It's like ancient and like his like so the Philosopher's Stone and they were turning that city like they were turning Central into a giant transmutation circle.
Yeah.
Like that's how the first stone was made. They killed everybody. I mean, it's just sick, man. Oh man.
So what are your guys' top 5? Johnny, start with you.
So number 1 is FLCL
Yeah. Oh yeah.
by far
Nice.
because I was all right. So it's a show about puberty, essentially.
Kinda. I guess.
It's about puberty. It's about how when you're a boy, you have crazy, imagine for some people it doesn't end, and you're obnoxious and nutty. Not, I think I speak for myself. But yeah, and at the end, like Haruko comes in and it's supposed to be the end of innocence. Like she's like, a woman. She's already like developed and all this stuff. And that's why there's like these little, kind of perverted, like sexual, anyway.
Yeah.
And then by the end, she goes away and he's completely transformed in the whole city, whatever. And it's just, and they're not even together or whatever, but she's left this huge thing and all that stuff with his
She has
dad.
like the
His
thing
dad
at
is
the
acting
end.
like a child, even though he's an adult and he's Naruto.
Which for everybody
Naruto, yeah.
listening, Johnny multiple times has now referred to me as Nauta's dad.
Yeah, you're absolutely because you do like the thing. He does this like Naruto, like I don't know, but yeah. So straight up, I was going through puberty when I watched that, and it was summer.
Because it was what 2000. It was 14 years ago. So we were what 11.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was 12, and
I
I
was
was just,
11,
I was
yeah.
just chilling on my bedroom floor, man, just like staying up late. And it came on. I was like, "What is this?"
It just hit you like it's because it's so obnoxious. Like I remember, like I liked the show right off the get go, but like the 4th episode, it cuts to like that scene that's like animated like South Park.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was a
And,
good one.
and as a
Yeah.
kid and like as an 11-year-old who likes South Park, I was like, whoa, this is so funny. Like this like quirky anime is like animated like South Park for this scene and
Yeah,
just stuff like that. I was just like, this is like just feeding me like everything I want.
and it still hit you in the feels. It was
Oh,
still,
yeah.
it was just
Oh,
quality.
yeah.
Such a good show, man. And just I love that show with all my. I heard that, so I know that I didn't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV show. I don't know if you guys are from
The TV show.
whatever.
Yeah.
because it's.
Avatar, the last. Oh, I thought.
What were you
I was
You thought they
thinking
made
about
an M
James
Night
Cameron's
Shyamalan
No,
live
James-
action?
No, M Night Shyamalan was James Cameron. You uncultured.
No,
Really?
there's both.
They made 2?
Oh no!
There's
no.
a Last Airbender movie, and there's the James
I forgot
Cameron movie.
Oh my god, I'm so confused. So for one, I forgot M. Night Shyamalan
okay,
did that.
now we're apples and oranges
All
already.
right,
at
yeah.
this
let's
point.
start over. I thought you were talking about James Cameron, and I was like, there was not a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
continue.
No.
Yeah,
Forgot about Avatar being a thing.
M. Night Shyamalan did do the Avatar, the Last Airbender movie. So you were both right.
Yeah.
For once.
For once.
Go on.
Anyway, that was a hot take. My whole deal is like, I didn't watch that show because it's American anime. That's what everybody's saying. I'm like, there's no such thing as that. I don't
Right.
care what you're saying. You know, like
It was pretty good, man. You missed out. It was really good.
I'm sure.
Did you
that
watch it,
was-
Nick?
I definitely did. I didn't like episodically
cling to it?
watch the whole thing.
It was a lot.
I
It was
sat
a lot
through
to
it when it was on
take in.
TV as a kid, but it's not one I repicked up and like binged the seasons now. You know,
Really good.
I like
Some
how it has
great
that
fights.
the never-ending story, like freaking
Oh,
weird.
Appa, the
thing.
The thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like-
it's the Legend of
100%,
Zelda.
yeah.
It was clearly made by like some people who like were born in the 80s or grew up in the 80s. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it had some overtures to things that
Probably
I
liked what they watched, like Astro Boy or like Cyborg.
That's what I'm
009.
saying. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and so, anyways, I heard this legend that they forced every single animator who was working on that show to watch FLCL. They all got
Oh,
delivered.
no way.
Yeah, they all got delivered it on DVD to their desk the minute they were hired or whatever, and they're like, "You have to watch this. This is what we want to go for." Because the animation in FLCL,
It was all quirky and.
but that 3D scene, like that weird. I mean, it's only 6 episodes, but just if you go back and watch it, the quality of that,
so good.
It's so
good. Yeah. All right.
But
So what
anyways,
else? You've been going on for this one for
2,
way too long.
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Yeah. Just do a list now because you did FLCL for an
3,
hour.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, so good.
Oh, dude, the
So
pedophile
fucking good.
show.
What?
I know.
What?
I wasn't gonna bring that up. I'm
What?
at war with it right
Hold
now.
hold on. What?
The creator of that show got busted for child porn.
No way.
Yeah, you
It's
didn't
hard.
hear about that?
And I hate
was
to be.
that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, recently.
When was that?
Not long ago, dude. within
Holy
the year.
shit.
Within
I
a
know.
year.
It's hard, man, because it's
That's
like.
crazy.
Well, and
Well, did he do anything else besides that show?
I don't think so.
I'm not.
He might have had his hands and things, but I don't think he had like a head position at any of them.
But
Gotcha.
I mean, because it's again, as a history guy, it's.
I mean, you can like this show. Let's
Yeah,
forget-
yeah,
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
that.
You
can
have
like
to
the
separate
show.
the art from the
For the
artist.
record.
we're not going to talk politics about it.
for real,
Let's
yeah.
be real,
For the record, I'm just gonna go and say I will still go and rewatch Rurouni Kenshin, but that's crazy that
Yeah.
happened. That's nuts.
crazy.
Yeah, it's sad. But you have to separate the art from the artist.
100%. Because that show is art.
It's great.
That
yeah.
show is art.
It's wonderful, and
Yeah.
it's just like, anyways. So it's a history show. It's
Yeah.
set during the Meiji Restoration when they were modernizing Japan. Like, I'm just all about it.
So
Like,
good.
Yeah, and it's just it takes real things that happen, like the banning of swords, and Kenshin was an imperialist during the revolution and was like killing. And the whole time you're wondering, because he's so gentle, he's so nice.
Yeah.
Is he this freaking the
Batosai?
Batosai? Yeah, like
Yeah.
is he the one who killed like all these? And you keep guessing, but so that's there, and then 4 and 5 is probably gonna be a tie between
Pokemon X and Y.
No, but they did get better. But I don't even want to go about the Pokemon anime because
Yeah,
even
not
I,
good.
as a diehard of a Pokemon fan, is some of the fights are cool.
Origins.
Origins is
so
sick.
good.
Yeah,
Origins is great.
Yeah.
but Trigun has got to
Really?
be there, and
I was kind of expecting you to say that. Like you
and
strike me
Brotherhood.
as somebody who likes that.
Trigun.
Trigun's really
I
good.
love Trigun. Trigun's probably ahead of Brotherhood for me, but Brotherhood's
It's short,
definitely
no?
not
It's
5.
like a
28 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
What about you, Nick?
One's Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
2 is this could be hard.
Yeah, you don't
I
strike me as
think-
somebody who really like. I know you like Dragon Ball. Besides that, I didn't even know you really like anime.
I think
Yeah.
he's more into anime than both of us.
So Hunter x Hunter. I
Okay,
don't know
never
if you-
watched that one, but I know it.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a toss up between My Hero Academia at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which, even though that show's
It's
new,
not even
like,
done.
I love it. It's so good. I love it. 4. I might put Yu Yu Hakusho there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what is hard about this list too is that there's a bunch of Gundam series that
I know, I
I
was
don't
gonna-
want to just put on the list.
Honorable mentions.
Oh God, yeah. Oh wait, the mess team.
Don't talk about G.
G Gundam.
yeah.
G Gundam.
Yes.
Yes.
So good.
Dude, I remembered
Great.
something the other day, and I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, Johnny sucks. That show sucks. Like I remembered in that show. No,
Lay
listen,
it on me, baby. Here we go.
dude, his girlfriend getting the suit, and then he's like riding on like a chariot horse in the
At the
tournament.
very last episode.
Oh,
No,
it's
no,
the
that's
worst.
not. No, that's not during the tournament. That's when the final climactic battle with the Dark Gundam, and he finally takes Rain, and he takes her on the thing, and like there's a Master Gundam has.
I
a
didn't say
stupid-
that.
I gotta
happened. was
say
just
something.
mentioning
I gotta
the-
say
I was
something.
mentioning the tournament. I wasn't mentioning.
I gotta say
them
something.
on the-
Johnny and I are pretty questionable guys at this point because we like the child porn guys anime, and we like G Gundam, this incredibly racist anime.
You guys are jerks.
Yeah,
We are
well,
jerks.
but the thing is, man, it's like you can go and dig in anybody's closet and find something.
Disney's
that's like,
got
this
plenty
is,
of it.
This is
Looney
yeah,
Tunes
Disney's
got plenty of
dude,
it.
Yeah.
dog. I was watching. I forgot what Disney movie I was watching last time. Like they could not make this today. This
No,
is
there's
like
a ton of stuff. Looney Tunes,
Yeah,
oh,
same thing. They're getting-
Aristocats.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching Aristocats of all things, and the straight up like the frogs in that are like I think it's the frogs like straight up racist, like
Yeah, there's
straight
all
up
kind of
like
stuff like that.
Louisiana, like this
Oh,
caricature
yeah.
blackface,
Yeah,
like
the chicken and
awful.
Yeah, the chicken and Looney Tunes.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
The same thing.
And people
Yeah.
love Disney,
but
like
but
you know,
all
like,
right, let's not go off the track.
so-
but
yeah, like,
let's talk about G Gundam super quick. I'll let you finish, but
Yeah.
for anybody that doesn't know, so G Gundam is a soap opera about fighting robots. There's a tournament, and the creator made it his point that everybody besides Japan was going to be this huge stereotype. Huge.
Japan's pretty stereotypical though.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
How?
like he's got a red bandana, red being the color that the
I mean, just the
Japanese
Gundam, like
is
not
the
the
hero.
well, no, the
and-
characters too. It's just
Well,
There's a reason why
but-
Dante
so
wears red and Devil May
so
Cry.
the countries, the whole thing is they're colonizing space.
Yeah.
And they bring floating pieces of rock to colonize, apparently. Japan is literally just Japan. All the
It's
other
hilarious.
ones, America is a giant star. Okay.
Why is Japan just the shape of Japan, just floating rock chunks in
Yeah, no.
space?
And here's the best one to take away from it. Neo Mexico
Oh,
is a
yeah.
giant floating sombrero
oh, yeah.
in the shape
Yeah.
of a rock.
And the
I mean,
and
a
the
rock
Gundam,
in the shape of it.
the Gundam that fights for Neo Mexico was a cactus, right?
Cactus,
Yeah, it was-
Tequila Gundam.
The Tequila Gundam.
Tequila Gundam.
So in American, it's not called Tequila Gundam. It's Cactus Gundam.
No, it's Tequila
No,
Gundam.
that's only in the
yeah,
Japanese one.
uncut, I think they do
Yes.
put tequila.
So in the
but
Japanese
it
and
was
uncut
brought to
version, it's
America's
Tequila
Cactus.
Gundam.
Oh, okay.
But on Toonami, it was just Cactus, Gundam.
Gundam.
Yeah.
But he has,
And the-
pistolas y cervezas.
Yeah. No, it's
y-
incredibly racist.
That show
Well,
sucks. That show sucks.
It's cool.
It's not, but it's good. It's a good show.
Well,
Anyway,
Anyway,
I
yeah.
just wanted for my crude joke about the stuff that me and Johnny like. I just want people to understand what G Gundam was.
and it was amazing because it was,
was
a
really
shonen, but Gundam, which is like why they need to do it again.
It was-
it doesn't need to be G Gundam, but they need to do a shonen where like the Gundam transmits shining
I
finger.
think that's what
and
they
pretty-
do now. Like all the Gundams now are just soap operas, and they're
Well,
not cool.
But it's always been a space opera.
Not exactly.
Yeah,
but
it has been,
yes,
dude.
but not
It was in the
exactly.
70s. It's got like the same sound.
No, the first Gundam and the first 2 or 3, like Zeta and Victory, were not soap opera either. They were
Exactly.
I didn't say
cartoons.
soap opera. I said space opera.
space opera.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Star Wars.
I didn't because it didn't start
Like
getting
Star
space,
Wars.
it didn't start getting space opera till a little later.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And now
just
they're
feel like
all like that.
Did you watch 08 MS Team?
That
I've
was
seen
so
it when I was
good.
younger.
Sick, dude. It's like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they're like in the jungle in like Vietnam with Gundams, and they don't.
Vietnam.
Nobody has like a legit like. Nobody has their own suits. It's 6 characters. They all have the same suit. They're part of like a squadron.
Just a
and
squad,
they
yeah.
they
Yeah,
go-
I've seen
It's
it when
So
I was
good.
young.
Yeah,
It's
that
good.
that's really good.
Doesn't have a love story component to it,
They all do.
but that one did it good though.
I don't remember.
It's only
Oh.
8 episodes. It
I'm
couldn't have
surprised
been done
none
that
of us
good.
has brought up Inuyasha.
I didn't-
wasn't-
well, let
so
him
I was
let
gonna-
him finish his list, and then we're gonna talk about Inuyasha.
During talking, I'm gonna boot Yu Yu Hakusho from 4 to 5.
Uh-huh.
4 goes to One Punch Man.
Okay,
You see One Punch Man?
No,
Either you
I've
One
seen
Punch
like
Man?
4 episodes.
It's
Yeah,
great.
it's good.
Dude, it's
I enjoyed
so
it.
good.
I
You
enjoyed
get
it.
what the premise is. It's more superhero stuff, but
he beats everybody with one punch.
he trained so hard that he got too powerful, and no one knows him. He's like the secret guy who trains like by himself, kind of thing. But he did it so hard that he became stronger than anything, and episode after episode after episode, bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger enemies keep coming, and he's bored as hell because he just beats in one punch. But they lead up to it by all these other like side characters and like the sub characters getting their asses kicked and like trying to like grow and be stronger. And then he shows up and just demolishes all of them. The art is some of the best.
It's good.
It's some of the best. The characters are great, and the villains that keep showing up, like it goes from like a mole man crawling out of the ground to like an alien spaceship the size of like 3 countries combined with a guy who's straight out of Dragon Ball, and he's just buff and he just hella fast and he just zips through the air and he's like does this crazy like 2-minute scene of charging up, and the art is like the craziest high budget production, and he just gets bodied by one punch.
I need to see it.
It's good.
It's
You
good.
talk like a Smash Bro.
It's on
Gets
Netflix.
bodied.
I, just
I
said that.
realized
This
that.
reminded me that I actually had a question from when we were talking about Dragon Ball that I just remembered. Who the fuck is Jacko? Jacko? Like, what the fuck is that?
Jocko.
Jocko. What the fuck is that? I saw him in Resurrection F, and I was just like, where did this come from? What is he?
That
like,
was the first you saw of him.
like, what was that? Like, that didn't make any
I
fucking
can't even tell you.
sense.
I don't know. It just
That was a
it-
joke because really that would be directed at Nick. 'cause
He doesn't have much meaning after that. He's got a couple moments where he does or says something important, but
He came in like he was like a pre-existing character. No explanation of who he is or what he does.
he got down in the Frieza fight though with
And
the
then-
army.
Oh yeah, that
He
part was
got
cool.
down.
Yeah, he was shooting everybody. That was cool. All right, so I think you. Oh no, you did your top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went on a pretty long
Yeah.
roller coaster ride here.
If you guys are gonna take away from this, 2 you should watch is Hunter x Hunter and One
Mhm.
Punch Man. And well, you haven't started My Hero. Forget everything. Start My Hero.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
So forget everything. Start
Yeah.
My Hero.
All right, one last thing. Inuyasha.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about Inuyasha.
Yeah. See, I like this episode because there's very few anime that like I think we all like or have watched. So of course Dragon Ball had to take up the huge part of it,
Mhm.
but now we're just breaking off into these other ones that we
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Inuyasha.
What's your relationship to Inuyasha?
the girliest anime of
I
all
know.
time.
That's why you watched it,
And
dog.
that's why you watch it.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
The video games were great.
Video games?
There was a PlayStation 1
yeah,
fighting
I'm
game.
with Nick. I'm like, video games,
There
bro.
was-
Like,
there
what are
was
you
a
talking
PS1
about?
fighting game.
I'm gonna check you on this. I'm gonna go find it and I'm gonna play it. If it sucks, you're getting your head chopped off.
Oh my god, it's called
We just got all Game of Thrones.
it's called Inuyasha Feudal Fairy Tale.
That sounds
I've heard
terrible.
of it.
That's the
I've heard of
PS1
that,
game.
actually.
And then there's a PS2 game that's like 3D fighting, so it's like more like Tenkaichi esque, and that one was really cool.
Are there
If it
that
doesn't
many
play-
characters that you would really want to play as in Inuyasha?
Yes.
Are you
If
sure?
it doesn't play like Harvest Moon, then
Shut
it didn't do
up.
its job.
What?
It didn't do its job.
I-
if it's
I-
Inuyasha and it doesn't play like Harvest Moon
Shut
or
up.
Rune Factory,
I liked
No fighting in Harvest
I
Moon.
shamelessly-
that's why I said Rune Factory.
I
Check me,
shamelessly
boy.
liked Inuyasha. Like it was pretty good. The story was good. The rivalries were good. Character design was good.
Very
Girls
similar
were
to-
hot.
Yeah.
Like it was just it had everything.
Shoshomaru, dude, his
Yeah,
brother,
it's super
bro.
cool with the flowy.
Yeah, dude.
He had the flowy thing off his shoulder.
I only watched it because there was girls I was interested in that liked it, and I wanted to talk to them.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is a
That
real.
was it.
This is a real exclusive problem just to that anime. I couldn't tell when there was filler or not.
Oh,
don't know
there
if
absolutely
that's-
was.
There was moments I couldn't tell,
And it
dude.
was very like it's so it's a Japanese fairy tale, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you know, he's a half dog demon thing, and like the pearls were the ward that broke, you know, whatever.
It totally is a
And
fairy tale. I
The,
didn't
the
realize
priestess that was actually like, and they go back and like, oh, he was in love with her, and she pins him to the tree with the arrow. It's got all of those like, you know, Aesop's fables, kind of Greek mythology, kind of Japanese mythology, whatever. Like it's got some cool moves in it.
that. Well, it's good when they get like an influence from something like that. They
Yeah,
usually
because
make
there's
fun.
so many like dime a dozen anime that are just
Yeah, because it
the
does
same
Certainly,
thing.
kind
certainly.
of fairy tale, but it has that anime edge to it. That's why My Hero's so good. It's superheroes,
'Cause it's superheroes?
but it's that spin on superheroes like you've never seen before that only anime could do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
It's on the list immediately. I wouldn't even say finish Super. I would say do
Just watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was
Like
just
Super. is
When,
you're
when
not
we wrap
missing
up the
much.
episode, you can just tell me everything that happened to
Yes.
Super,
Yes.
and then I'll just watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might recommend that because it's
Yeah.
like whatever.
It's really
It's
good.
not.
Okay, one last thing, but I don't know if this would count as an anime. Sonic Underground. Do you remember
Sonic Underground.
Turn the episode off.
Yeah, I think
You're-
we're
you
done.
that? You don't remember Sonic Underground, dude?
Are you?
Like,
Is this your furry come out announcement?
I remember Sonic.
No.
What was the Sonic show?
Sonic
You're talking about
Underground.
X.
Yeah, Sonic X.
You're talking about the one from like '85. It was old.
No, that's the original Sonic show.
There's old. I don't. What? This is
What
not.
is
It was
Sonic
better than
Underground?
Mario show.
All right.
Don't turn the episode off. No, we're talking about this.
I can't think of any other.
Sonic Underground,
I can't think of any
where
other.
you have the
anime
three-
we can
Neither of
talk
us
about.
watched it.
I hate what furries have done.
And here he
to-
goes. Now Johnny's on a
All right.
To
tangent.
take Sonic
been a good,
from us.
It's been a good episode.
No, to take Sonic from us because
Another
it's
week.
wrong to say that I
we
like.
love you guys.
No,
Thank
I'm
you
not.
for listening to the podcast.
Johnny will not be here next week. He kicked off the
Dude,
show.
Next week, we got a famous guy on who's not Johnny. Tune in.
somebody
love
who
you guys.
somebody who doesn't like furries.
Yeah.
Well, okay, dude.
Anyway,
You don't have to go out and make this huge general statement. I'm just saying, like, I hate how they've taken. Like, I just want to I want to say I like that show. It doesn't mean I'm a furry. I just like.
and you can do
different-
that. You
Like
can
I
do
like
that.
the different.
You can
Yeah,
do
like the
that.
green hedgehog, and they have
Just don't-
snowboards, and they played metal guitar. You don't remember Sonic Underground?
So I'll
dog.
just.
I do not remember
I'll
this.
just share one little quick thing, and then we
Am I-
should.
how much
I'll
older
share
than you
one
guys
little quick.
am I?
Hold on. I'll share one quick little thing, and we should end it. My timeline on Twitter sometimes. So the best Dragon Ball player and Mortal Kombat player in
this
the
guy,
world is
yeah.
Sonic Fox.
Yeah, yeah.
And this dude is like a notorious furry.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, on Twitter, you see things that people like on the internet. Sometimes I get furry porn in my Twitter timeline,
my
and it sucks. It's an awful experience to get that on your timeline when you didn't want it.
Yeah,
Wow.
scrolling at work.
So
on your
someone
lunch
with
break
as
and you get
big as
that.
a following that he has.
He's sponsored by Rick Fox, the guy who used to play with the Lakers. By this Echo
What?
Fox. Yeah, the owner of Echo Fox is Rick Fox, the guy who used to play with the Lakers. His esports team. He's pretty much monopolized all the best fighting game players.
Holy shit!
You didn't know this?
No.
You gotta look it up, dude. Echo Fox. This is a hat I'm wearing. Like Echo Fox is like the New York Yankees of esports fighting games.
Wow.
They're huge right now. But anyway, Sonic Fox happens to be on that team, and
I'm sorry.
it's funny that
Hey, I forgive you for trying to kick me off the show already.
Oh no, you're gone. you're gone.
you're gone.
Yeah, there's the
All
door.
right. It's been a good
Yeah,
episode.
it's been a good one.
We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in every week.
I'm surprised we didn't argue that much on this, with as vast as a topic as Dragon Ball
That's
Z.
why I'm shutting off. We could have argued plenty more after. you
Yeah,
know.
but if there's one thing I learned today, it's that Dragon Ball is pretty black and white, and the good stuff is known as the good stuff, and the bad stuff is known as the bad stuff, and
That's
that's
true.
called Dragon Ball GT.
Everybody, I'm
That
gonna
is
have
it.
my revenge.
That is a note and a half. Everyone loves
Don't
Dragon
listen
Ball
to them. I'm planning already.
except for GT. Don't listen to anything this guy says. Remember,
Oh.
he said he likes GT filler.
No, I didn't.
Good night,
That's
everyone.
not exactly
Good
what I
night,
said.
guys.